Ciao ragazzi, CP here with a live newscast or whatever you want to call it. Wow, big news today. You cannot take your eye off the news for a minute and something happens. To this morning we have Romeo Gresti. This is what, 3 hours, nearly 4 hours ago. And he announced it. Allegri returns to Juventus after a 2-year break. Massimiliano Allegri has returned. Pirlo has been let go. I don't want to use the word sacked. Some will, but I don't want to be harsh on the guy. I think, a lot of things that went wrong this year weren't his fault, but, benvenuto Allegri, Max. It's good news for Juventus. What does Allegri bring? I think we all know. Very, very experienced coach. He's got, he's got a lot of victories behind him with Juventus previously. And, I want to take a quick look at the news and how it's been shown today, and hopefully get some chat going, guys. So if you're there, give me a shout. So with that, I will jump to the news. So Gazzetta actually talks about the details of the contract. It says, decisive hours for Max Allegri's return to Juventus after 2 years. Inter returned to Allegri to try and convince him to replace Antonio Conte, but things have gone too far in the negotiations with Juventus, and there was no turning back. So already yesterday, the Juventus leaders had met Max's requests entering. So, this is interesting, actually. It's very interesting. So they're talking about a 3 to 4 year a 3-year contract with an option for a fourth. The salary must still be defined. So previously here, they're talking about meeting Max's requests. So if they haven't met his salary requests and they've met, the contract, the length of contract, what other requests did he have? Maybe he was talking about having more influence on the squad, on the recruitment, things like that. Maybe he got the okay there. I think I said it previously in a video that if he comes back, then maybe he's gonna have more influence on who comes into the club. I think it was key that yesterday Fabio Paratici left. Cherubini takes over, and it was noted yesterday in the papers that Allegri has a great relationship with Cherubini. So it all kind of pointed towards this, and it's just built. So what can I say? 8.5 to 9 million euros plus bonuses in the event of a Scudetto or Champions League victory. Fingers crossed. The total can even exceed 11 or 10 million. Just to remind people that we have had coaches who've returned in the past, most notably Trapattoni and Lippi, but also Rosetta, Parola, and now Allegri. So in choosing Allegri, the time of the suitor's entrance on the scene weighed heavily. Real have always been very attentive, but have never been able to sink the blows due to Zidane's hesitations. And I think that's been key here. Zidane has hesitated a lot. News was reported last week that Zidane would let the club know what, of his intentions on Monday, and he didn't. Monday came. Ciao, Juve boy. What can I say, buddy? What do you think? Are you excited? Allegri's back. We got the Stripe Show. So yeah, like in hesitating, he went on holidays for a week, and he said, I'll let you know. Basically, like, you can't really do that. I think Zidane has dropped the ball there. Maybe he has other plans, but like, if he really wanted to come to Juve, I think he could have been more affirmative about it. I think this is probably Matteo. What are you doing without us? I don't know, guys. You're in bed. I'm dealing with the news. So come and chat if you want, or join if you want. Jesus, I'll send you the link. So yeah, what else? In other news, that's completely dwarfed. The Exor group is having their meeting today. Today is the Thursday the 27th. And that's going to be related to funding and things like that. And it's interesting that Allegri's contract hasn't been signed yet. So there's a meeting happening, and I'm sure all of the accounts are going to be verified and signed off, and then things will become official after that. So yeah. Okay. Now, yeah, it's great news, Juve boy. It's great news. It is great news. I mean, Allegri coming back is going to bring a lot more certainty for next year. A lot of the things that we saw were lacking this year, are going to improve. And in terms of in-game management, stuff like that, and making substitutions, tactical changes, changing a game. Yesterday we had an interview. Fabiano Della Valle was talking with Galeone. He's Allegri's former mentor, and what was he saying? He said that that's his strongest point, that he was able to anticipate things as they happened in games or in advance and be able to change the course of the game. He's saying he had that as a player, and he's definitely got it, and he's proven it as a manager, and lots of big games stick out for me. I remember Tottenham Hotspur away in the Champions League, and he made 2 really good substitutions, and we won the game in the final 10 minutes. I think it was a 10-minute period. We scored 2 goals and won. So, yeah. Hopefully Zidane will be enjoying the sea in Madrid. I'm sure his wife loves Madrid, and we all know how much you love Zidane. So, yeah. CRMD, ciao, how are you doing? Shiva, yeah, good vibes are all around today. Juventus have got some good news. Wow, things are going to start looking ahead. All we need now is the Exor group to send us a nice package of money, and a nice package of money, and then Matteo can move to San Diego. 50 million is all he needs to move to San Diego. So, Shiva, yeah, how are you doing, Shiva? And what do you think about today? What are your thoughts? Did you were you a Zidane supporter? Were you for Allegri all along? Had you hoped that Pirlo was going to stay? I want to hear everything you guys have said. What do you guys think of Pirlo? Did he do a good job? I hope personally now that we don't hear any more crap about Pirlo. He won 2 cups for Juventus. I'm very grateful. He's a club legend. He'll always have my respect. Will CR7 stay with Juve? I want him to win the Champions League with Juve. It's a big possibility. I was talking about this a while back, and some people seem to think that it's okay, Ronaldo can just, leave at the drop of a hat or click of his fingers, but it's a hard operation to sell Ronaldo. And remember, we still owe Real Madrid 25 million euro. And trying to get someone to, sign a contract with him, it would be, difficult. He earns so much money. So, if Allegri can convince him, and I'm sure he's had a chat with him, I'm sure Allegri's been on the phone with Ronaldo. I would imagine Ronaldo knew about this, well before us. Probably before he left for Portugal. The issue is how much Zidane loves Juventus. Not as much, and it is a fact. Yeah. Wasn't their shareholders meeting supposed to be today? Yeah, it is today, and that's why the official statement is delayed from Juventus. I imagine they're just rubber stamping all the money details, and there will be a statement soon after the meeting, or maybe tomorrow. Shiva wanted Zidane or Pirlo to continue. I'll admit, I'm a Zidane fan. I look at things won 3 Champions League titles in a row. Excellent candidate. If we want to step up to that level, but Allegri is certainly a great candidate as well, and it will be interesting to see what he can do with a totally revamped squad. So we know that Allegri back in 2018 left after having a meeting with Agnelli, and he wanted to revamp the squad. Maybe Agnelli didn't agree, but they parted ways anyway. And that's the most interesting thing now, to see what he would do if he had control or more control. And with Cherubini being mostly like a scouting man, that's his background. I'm hoping Allegri has more control in that regard as well. So yeah, Donnarumma and Locatelli liked a post Max's imminent arrival. Oh, that's nice. That's very nice. I'm expecting Donnarumma to come, guys. What do you think? And Locatelli, I'm expecting them to come. And Milan have also announced. So wait a minute. I'll show you this here now. 1 second. Milan have announced that they've signed their new goalkeeper. I can't pronounce his name. Magnan or something. So yeah. Where is it? Here we go. Mike Magnan has signed his contract until June 2026 as new AC Milan goalkeeper. Official announcement expected soon. 13 million plus add-ons as final fee to Lille. Gianluigi Donnarumma is leaving the club as a free agent. So a free agent, we just got to pay off. We got to pay off the Mino Raiola, so what can we say? What can we say? It's not too bad. Look, if he was in contract, you're probably looking at 60 million, because he's worth it. He's got such a big name. He's so young, and he's actually got a lot of experience. He's been playing in goal for Milan since he was 16, I think. So that's significant. Allegri doesn't like Ronaldo, according to reports. Ooh. Well, we don't know what's going to happen, guys. I mean, Allegri he might want to start again. He might want to continue getting rid of players. He may want to, it's been reported that he could look to resurrect certain players' careers, like Bernardeschi, things like that. I don't believe it. I'll be honest. I think Bernardeschi's gone too far now at this stage. His confidence level is not really where it needs to be. And I don't believe he's going to keep those players. I think if there's money to be made on those players' sale, I think they will be sold. So what else? How much money will Juve spend on players this season, bro? I really don't know. Nobody knows that. They're in the board meeting right now, probably deciding all of that. I don't even think Agnelli knows himself. So stay tuned for all that. But I know that they've got something up their sleeve. Juventus always do. It's not they never kind of get caught out that badly. obviously this Allegri deal was in the pipeline for a while, and what else? So just going through a couple of other pieces of news. What else did I see? I'm looking at Tutto Sport. Tutto Sport has got they're looking at social media reactions to Allegri coming back. They've got a reference in an article in Marca. So I'll bring that up there and we'll have a little look. So Saul, we're gonna translate this, guys. My Italian isn't the best. Saul wants to leave and Juve is here, as reported by a Spanish newspaper. The midfielder is ready to leave the Colchoneros, Atletico Madrid. Saul Niguez is ready to leave after his triumphant victory in La Liga Championship, a great success that, despite everything, did not change the footballer's thinking about his future with the Colchoneros. Saul wants to leave Madrid, and Juve could be his next team. Marca reports it for the Spanish newspaper. The Juventus club would be the favourite for the midfielder. The big obstacle for the negotiation, however, beyond the requests of Atletico Madrid, is the high salary of the player. That's not good. That's not good, guys. I don't fancy that high salary. Another major European clubs such as Manchester United, PSG, and Bayern Munich remain at the window. I'm sure they do. What can we say? That's very speculative again from Tutto Sport. I'm starting to lose a bit of faith in them. But so I'm going to say, Shiva, thanks very much, buddy. I'm doing my best. I just said I'd do this for the fun, at the drop of a hat, and we'll see where it goes. Lives are always fun. So, I'm going to go to, where am I going to go to? I'm going to go to The Guardian. This is where Fabrizio Romano writes. So I'm sure you guys know Fabrizio Romano. If you don't follow him, he's very, very good on Twitter. Juventus are to sack Andrea Pirlo as manager and replace him with Massimiliano Allegri. The club has acted after a disappointing season in which they finished fourth in Serie A and went out of the Champions League in the last 16. Allegri was in charge of Juventus from 14 to 19, winning 5 successive league titles, and has not taken a job since. He also reached the final of the Champions League twice with the club. The 53-year-old has verbally agreed to return and will sign a contract on Thursday. Pirlo is departing after only one season. What can I say about Pirlo? Loved him as a player. I agree with Galeone yesterday. He was saying he still seems to view the game like a player and not really like a manager. He doesn't seem to anticipate what's going to happen in the game, and he doesn't really make changes to the game, or both tactically and with personnel at the right time. And when we've been doing badly and we've had bad losses this year where changes needed to happen because the writing was on the wall. Even for people watching on TV, you could see after 5-10 minutes this was not going to go well, and change. That's when you need to make changes. That's what Allegri is so good at, that's what I look forward to next year. But I mean, about Pirlo, like a guy with such little experience, and his voice, he's not loud. He's not a very animated guy, and that's one of the things that makes him so cool as a person. Like he's super chill and level-headed, but what can you say? Just reacting. Inter contacted Sarri. I'm sure they contacted Sarri. I'm sure Inter are contacting everyone now, but unfortunately everybody now knows that Inter have no money, guys. They have no money. They sold their soul for a Scudetto. They overspent last year and now they've got no money. So I imagine trying to get a manager for them now would be difficult. Shiva is saying Cristiano Ronaldo approaches farewell according to Sky. I'll get it. We'll have a look. Is that Sky on Twitter or on their website? All news. Why Zidane called time in Real again? That's interesting. We might have a quick look at that. That is interesting on Sky Sports. So, why is Zinedine Zidane decided to leave Real Madrid? Will Antonio Conte, Raul, or someone else replace him? Could he join PSG? Will it hurt his legacy? All the answers. This is a really good point. And this is the only concern that I had about Zidane at the time. Zidane has come and kind of left and gone back, and now he's leaving again. Like, it's not a great profile for a prospective manager. Like, if you want to like plan a kind of a new project, a kind of a dynasty style thing that's going to last 6, 7, 8 years or longer, like something like Alex Ferguson, you need continuity. You need to trust that the guy, no matter what happens, will take criticism and and just move on. Do you know what I mean? But Zidane, that's the one thing you can criticize him about. Temperamentally, even as a player, he was like that, a little bit petulant, and the toing and froing from Real Madrid is it's not a good look, is what I would say. I'm going to react here now. Izaki Panju, how you doing, buddy? Sky keeps saying Ronaldo will leave, but no club seem linked to him, unlike previous years. But who knows what that means? I mean, being linked and sometimes when there's loads of links, it means nothing. Do you know what I mean? It's just paper talk. And other times when there's nothing, that's when actually something is really happening. If it's quiet now, it could be because Ronaldo's getting ready for the European Championships and he doesn't want a distraction. If he was going to do a deal, I imagine that's how he'd do it. It wouldn't be, maybe it wouldn't be announced before because it's just, the media distraction. Then Ronaldo's going to training camp in Portugal and he's got journalists asking him about his new club, things like that. And all he wants to do is focus on Portugal. So I could understand that, but as we said earlier on, it's difficult to sign Ronaldo, guys. I mean, he earns 31 million after tax in Italy. So what are you going to do? Like, to get that elsewhere, you're going to have to pay him a lot of money before tax. So, yeah. No one expected COVID. Neither did Zidane. Yeah. But it wasn't such a bad season for Zidane. It's a bad season by Real Madrid standards. Do you know what I mean? Real Madrid, they've got to win La Liga or the Champions League, or else it's a failure of a season, and it makes no difference. If the team plays well, if you've brought young players in, if you've helped them, young players like Vinicius Jr. and guys that have progressed a little bit, correct me if I'm wrong now, but I don't really watch Real Madrid. So, but I hear he's done a good job with the young players, so, but Real Madrid don't care about that. They just care about winning. Kind of like Juve, Yeah. I was literally just talking about it a few minutes ago. It's that's official, so that means it's almost official that Donnarumma is going to leave as well. So yeah, what else? Gonna have a quick back to Zidane for a sec. Just got in there. Another quick look. I'm gonna have one quick look around, and okay, here we go. Here's something. So here's the guy who was talking he was talking to Fabiana Della Valle yesterday. Galeone approves. Allegri returning to Juve is the right choice. The former Pescara coach talks about the Tuscan coach's imminent return to Turin on CR7. He could give it up. Yeah. Giovanni Galeone spoke exclusively to Sky Sport 24 about Allegri's imminent return to the Juventus bench. Choice that the mentor of the Tuscan coach welcomes. Galeone, in fact, approves Max's return to Juventus. He says, "For me, he made the right choice, and I'm happy. Last year, I would have told him not to go. Um, I'm not saying I would have taken away the greeting, but almost. But now it is right to do it as an image and like everything, also for the possibility that it will have to affect the technical choices after Juve has broken off relations with Paratici." This is key, guys. This is key. I don't know how close he is to Max anymore. My instinct tells me, like, I don't know. I mean, he's been talking a lot, and he changed his tune yesterday. I don't know how like if I'd want someone close to me, talking out like that. But he seems to be saying what we're all thinking. Um, he says also the possibility that he will be able to affect the technical choices after Juve has broken off relationship with Paratici. Like that's key, in my view. Is Rafael Varane really linked to Juve? Will Juve make a move? I haven't heard that. I haven't heard that at all. So what can I say? Anyway, guys, that was the last bit of news from me. I just wanted to get on, chat to you about this, and get some practice in. You're going to see a lot more lives from me and from guys from Stripes, talking about news and stuff and chatting. So make sure you subscribe, hit the like button, and share it if you like it. And just also, I want to thank everybody for turning up. And and very last thing, benvenuto a casa Max. Ciao ragazzi.